Hi, this is Pad, success coach, speaker, and author of a book called Team Me. Of course, every book starts with a table of contents, so the table of contents will give you the introduction, a little bit about my own life and what began to change, why I got interested in the whole Archetypes business in the first place. Chapter 1, Stepping Up. The main subject of this is facing a particular challenge and realizing that you've got to step up. Simple as that. Chapter 2 is recognizing the archetypes on an individual basis, what they are, what they look like, how they behave, and what makes them separate from each other. Chapter 3 is called The Ancient Map, and it's to do with you tapping into these archetypes that have been around for eternity, basically, and enable you to kind of make your own profile to see which ones are stronger, which ones are weaker, and get a true understanding of your own position. After that, we've got Chapter 4, Developing Your Archetype. So if you find that you're weak in one area, what do you do about it? Are you stuck that way forever? No, you're not. And there's different ways in which we can encourage the development of the lesser archetypes to bring them up a little bit stronger to get better results. Then we're looking at Chapter 5, which is releasing your archetypes. So developing them is one thing, but actually then how do you bring it in exactly the right moment, at exactly the right time, with the energy and the force that's necessary, or the fullness, I should say, rather than force, to be able to get that situation dealt with. Because you know how we feel when you face a challenge. You tend to kind of, you know, if you think you can do it, you rise to it. If you think it's too much, then you kind of tend to withdraw. What do you do in that situation? How do you actually activate the energy that you need in order to bring it, basically? Chapter 6, The Shadow Side. Now, the shadow side is when we are getting either overheated and we're just taking too much energy into that archetype, we're expressing it too strong. The sovereign becomes the tyrant, the warrior becomes the savage, the lover becomes the desperado. And so it is for all of these different archetypes. They've got an overheated state and they also have a frozen state where they're just not doing anything that they're capable of doing. So we can look at those. Chapter 7, I'm calling this The King's Quest, where essentially we're looking at different ways in which these archetypes then can be recognized as a team in you, but also how that affects teams from a leadership point of view, a management point of view. And so, and then there's a final chapter which talks about the wholeness of this thing, gives some all kinds of hints and clues about the ways in which to pull all this together to focus your life and get much better results all round and overcome those situations where you've been stuck for far too long that are causing you consistent pain, or actually some of you have just kind of pushed it out so you don't even think about it anymore. If you want to get out of stuck, if you want to step up significantly, then an understanding of archetypes will give you an amazing foundational understanding of really what's going on inside of you so that you can build on that and daily see better results in your life. That's the book. It's available on Amazon and pretty much from any online bookstore, as a paperback, as a Kindle, and there's other versions out there too. So if you put in Team Me Pad, those 3 words, you'll stumble across Team Me and all of that material. There's an audio version as well. Sadly, it doesn't have the Legend of Oakenthor in it, but it does have all of the lessons, and it's backed up with the Los Angeles Philharmonic Orchestra, so it gives you a really rich audio experience, and there's a real sense of journey to that as well. 2.5 hours long. If you prefer to hear it, that's a great thing to do. Some people actually have got the book and the audios because they hear it differently when I'm speaking it than they do when they read it themselves, and they get it in a different way. So signing off, this is Pad, success coach, speaker, and author of the book Team Me. Go for it. Build on your understanding and experience, get into the world of archetypes. I really encourage you to do that, and I'd love to hear your stories because I've been getting so much feedback from people saying it was simple, I got it, and my life has been significantly improved because of these lessons in my life. So go for it, hope to hear from you soon.